Welcome to the Dirty Tea Podcast. My name is Donna.
And I'm Amanda, and we're excited for you to join us where you'll be served the dirtiest tea.
We are best friends from the Midwest who love other people's drama.
And we'd rather spill your tea on air than behind your back.
So feel free to submit your dirty tea for us to read on air.
Or sit back, fill your cup with whatever tickles your fancy, and get ready for the mess.
Here we go. Happy Friday, everyone. We are back again for another Dirty Tea podcast. Ready to rumble. All right. Happy Friday. Once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. We appreciate you guys. Happy Friday.
It's a new month. Happy new month.
Yes, happy new month. So, yeah, hope you guys had a good week and ready to start the month of love. The month of love. And
we're gonna have to have like a special Valentine's Day
messy love month.
Oh yeah. I feel like our podcast is full of messy love. So I'm just ready.
We're not even gonna focus on the happy love. We're just gonna focus on the messy love. I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah. That's more entertaining stuff, who wants to be all lovey-dovey.
Right.
Fuck that. I want to know what your ex-boyfriend did to your grandma, bitch.
Right. Or even your current boyfriend. What is he messy about?
Your grandma.
With your grandma, or even your mom. We're all about it too. Or your sister, or even your brother. What is your current boyfriend messing around with your brother or your dad? We want to know it all.
Tell us.
Okay, so I have a really funny one to start. I'm gonna kind of sum it up a little bit, but this one says, one time when I just got out of the shower, super clean, my cat started meowing and was really friendly. So despite being a little damp and undressed, I decided to give my kitty a little belly rub. While crouching down, I felt a tiny little fart coming on. Nothing major, so I pushed a little. And, I pushed a little harder, and the next thing I knew, I shat all over the carpet like an absolute creature.
Ew.
My cat was horrified, but I'd like to think that she forgave me. I never told a soul. Could you imagine the disaster?
What the fuck? So it was a shark. So, and when it's a shark, it's not like just like, like hard turds. Like,
No,
that's some
it's
diarrhea
battered.
shit. Ew.
It's
all over the carpet too at that.
Battered.
Now picking up dog shit off the carpet is one thing. Human shit off the carpet is a whole
and it's not like a situation. It's spattered. That means like you just throw the whole bathroom away.
It's just crazy. Like, and maybe this is weird of me, but like after I get out the shower, like I'll try to hold my farts because I feel like
you can't trust a fart.
Yeah, well, no, not that you can't trust it, but like I'm just so clean, I just don't want to taint the rest of my body with a fart. So I'll just like keep it in, and then like eventually.
That's bad for your body.
Well,
it's bad for your insides.
I don't give a fuck. Like, what am I supposed to fart when I'm in like an elevator or something like that?
No, I'm talking about like don't like. Well, sometimes you have to hold it in, but like
I was like right after the shower.
Okay, so
at least dry yourself off and get changed into your clothes before you just start ripping ass. Like you should be just like slightly damp, like and farting, like that's a recipe for disaster. Your body naturally feels like, oh, I'm in shit mode because like when you're naked,
you just turn it on shit mode.
Yeah, it's just a natural instinct that just comes over you. I don't know.
What's so funny is like. So me and my fiance's been together for like 4 years, a little over 4 years, and like I've never done any of the nasty stuff like that in front of him.
You've never farted?
Never
in front of him.
Went to the bathroom. Nope. To this day, he thinks that I don't do it. None of that stuff. So
man, must be nice.
Yeah. I'm a lady. I'm pure.
be taking monster dumps because we know you
There's
do.
no such
Y'all
no.
should see this girl eat. She like, oh my god, don't give her any type of meat with no bones on it because she will suck the bones, suck all the marrow out of that thing. Like,
I actually
she's
don't eat
like,
marrow. I don't like the marrow. That's disgusting. But anyways, back to this guy that's short. Could you imagine the cleanup that you have to do? Your own
yeah,
shart.
your own shit. Ugh. Okay. This one says, my brother-in-law gave a red flag. Should I talk to my sister? So yesterday, while on a walk downtown with my brother-in-law, he made a comment that made me feel uncomfortable. Basically, talking about how relationships and marriage change a lot after 40 years old. And when I'm in that spot, I will have many options of women to cheat with, and I shouldn't cheat, but I can use them. And then he asked, like, what do you mean by that? And then he said, you don't kiss or engage in any sex with these women. However, oral counts. Like oral doesn't count. Like you can do oral. So then he said like he also mentioned that his older friends gave him that advice. So he's like, should I tell my sister? How do I tell her? So then apparently like he did talk to the sister, and then she said that she's been like noticing other red flags here and there, but it like seemed like she was used to it. Like so
What,
she
like
knew
herpes on the mouth?
about it.
That's the red flags,
Well,
right?
right. Bitches just like experienced all types of shit and apparently just keeping her fucking mouth shut. But she said that she doesn't think that he would cheat on her, but like feels like because he spoke about it to her brother
Mhm.
that it made her feel better because it means that he's not hiding anything. So she took that as like oh he's just telling you that like but he's not going to do anything. If he was
Wow.
going to do anything, why would he say anything to you?
That's
And
like a
he's like,
whole circus of red flags.
right. And he's like, I'm pretty sure if they just like discuss anything, he'll just like brush it off and nothing will happen. So now he's like, how do I support my sister? Because I don't think that she's able to stand up for herself. Because clearly, there's something wrong in that relationship.
So his interpretation of oral sex is not cheating.
Apparently,
Bitch, that's cheating.
that's
You're putting
cheating.
someone's private area in your mouth and
It's
then going
literally
home and
called oral sex.
right,
The word sex
oral
is
sex. That's
like
cheating.
cheating.
Oh my god, that is worse than intercourse.
I agree.
That's cheating.
Well, it's not worse than intercourse. I
That's
mean,
worse
intercourse is
because
all.
no, that's worse because then you have someone's private area in your mouth and then you're coming home and kissing your partner.
True.
That's
True.
disgusting.
It's disgusting, but not as disgusting as having your junk in somebody else's
Mm,
junk and then coming
mm.
home and putting it into your partner. That's way worse,
Oh
you
my
know?
god, that's disgusting. Well, no, any form of cheating is disgusting, period.
Yeah.
But
And like the fact that she knows, like it's almost like she knows it, and then the brother just confirmed it for her.
right.
And for some reason, instead of her being upset by that news, she was relieved by that news.
I think she is lying to herself. She's trying to like tone it down a notch so that she's like okay with it, but I know that internally she's not. But she just can't
Yeah.
do nothing about it. Because excuse me, because maybe she like think she feels invested because she's
Hmm.
been with him so long that she really can't leave the marriage. So she has to like tone it down so that she doesn't feel like it hurts so much. Some people
Hmm.
can talk themselves into it not hurting so much by saying, I guess it's not, I mean, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Which is fucked
Yeah.
up. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
True.
that's disgusting. No, that's cheating, baby girl.
I
Like,
well,
oh, that's disgusting. I wish a motherfucker would.
Kyle. I wish a
Mm.
motherfucker.
Right? I wish a motherfucker would. Mm-mm.
Why are you looking at me like that,
No,
bitch? It ain't my story. You like, I wish a motherfucker. You was looking at me in my eyes and shit,
like
bitch.
making like like some like eye contact. I wish a
Are you
motherfucker
threatening
would.
me? Like,
That
what's going
that
on
makes me
here?
mad for her because why is she lying to herself? Dude, he's cheating on you. Or if
Some
he
people can't be alone. You know,
no, it's okay to be alone.
If
It's
you're-
better to be alone. It's better to be alone than to have other people's junk in your husband's mouth, and then your husband's coming home and kiss you with it. What if you get herpes in your mouth? Is that okay? You're
Well, what
okay
if
with
the
herpes in
husband
your mouth?
is not? What if the husband's not the one putting their junk? Maybe he's getting his junk in somebody else's mouth, and maybe that's why she can justify it because she's like,
It
well,
don't
I
matter.
mean, she's sucking his dick. He's not like
It
he can
don't
do anything
matter.
else.
It don't matter. That's still cheating. It
That's
don't matter. It's a matter of time before he has to reciprocate.
mm, maybe,
It's a matter
maybe
of
not.
time.
I mean,
Ugh,
let's be honest. Like,
the audacity. Okay, I'm getting fired up. I'm getting mad for her.
let's move on. You need to move on.
Okay, this
You
one
don't want you to
says.
get
This one says, how can I get back? How can I get my husband back? Dumb bitch. Listen to this. It says, says, says I divorced my husband out of group influence last year in 2023. So very recently, I started working as a nurse, and my friends told me that I could do without a man. They're like, girl, you're better off without your husband. And so, dumb bitch, listen. So
okay.
I got motivation from my friends and left my husband. As I'm talking, two of my friends who advised me to leave my husband got married recently. I feel lonely and I can't find another man. So far, I've dated and stuff and slept. They've slept with me and went, come and go. One of my boyfriend got married to a younger girl recently, leaving me heartbroken. I'm tired and I need to be um, in my house with my loving husband. My actions were out of immaturity and wrong advice from evil friends. I realized my mistakes. How can I convince him to allow me back? How can I persuade my husband? So she basically listened to her dumb friends. Her friends were
Yeah.
like, "Girl, you got this. You're an independent woman. You leave your husband." And then now her friends are basically like married and moved on and stuff, and not her friends anymore. And she realized that she messed up, and now her husband's like
You don't
living
want
his
her
best
back.
life.
I think that's a good one because think about it. Okay, so if you didn't have no other reason other than like you're an independent boss bitch, like
Hmm.
okay, so you let your friends hype you up that much to the point where you divorced your husband, and you had no reason to
No
divorce him
reason
other than the fact that you're an independent boss bitch. Like,
other than her
well,
friends.
there. I mean, you're an independent boss bitch now. You got to
Go
take
be
care of
independent.
yourself. Like that's what you wanted, right?
Right.
Like you can't be upset and be like, "Oh, I want him back now." Like bitches like that, they're not your friends because why would they tell you that? And then right after you get divorced, now two of them are getting married,
Yeah.
and what happened? They don't want to be independent boss bitches.
Right.
Like they
They got
decided
what
that
they
was the
wanted
life
was
for
to
them.
wreck your marriage. And like they wrecked it by not going after your man, but they wrecked it to see you have a failed marriage, have a failed life.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right, right. That's
So
just why you just can't take advice from everybody. Like
not
not all advice is good advice.
right. And not all friends are good friends,
Right.
you
So
know.
you just gotta fucking. Right. I mean, she learned her lesson though.
Yep.
You don't listen to those bitches no more.
Right. Go
Hopefully,
find
she's
yourself
not
a new
even
husband.
communicating with them. Like,
I
find
hope
new
not. Well,
friends,
she said evil
new
friends. She said,
husband.
yep. It was due to immaturity and wrong advice from evil friends. So hopefully you moved on from those friends and you've learned your lesson. And I mean, hopefully you're still a nurse, saving people's lives and being a good nurse, but you have wrong, poor choice in friends.
Mm,
You know?
girl, that independent boss bitch life, it
Sucks to be
ain't for the
you.
weak, Man,
We was just laughing at her. You dumb,
dumbass bitch. Could have been.
dumbass
You could
divorced
have had it
bitch.
all. Dumbass divorce bitch. You old lonely bitch. Get that lonely shit out of here. Bitch need to get a cat or something, man. Cats solve everything.
Can't solve everything. Uh,
Okay. This one says my date was deliberately 45 minutes late to test my interest. So now he's like, punctuality is not a huge, red flag for me personally. Things happen. she said that her mom called unexpectedly, and he was like, I don't have any issue with that. So he, was at the bar, got a drink, was, checking his messages. He was chilling. So then, eventually she gets there. He said the date went really well. We talked about a second date, and they both agreed that they wanted to do a second date. And then he joked, like, will you be on time next time? And then she was like, I did that deliberately. And she explained that she does it regularly to see if a guy is truly interested or if he'll get up and leave. And he's like, I found this bizarre and it makes me wonder what other tricks she might have in store. Am I overthinking this?
That is so immature. I
It
think that's immature
is.
of her.
And
45
so
minutes?
I wish I would wait 45 minutes for a
I would
person to come.
never wait 45 minutes. Ever.
I don't know. It sounds like, okay, so benefit of the doubt, she called him and
Yeah.
told him, like, I'm going to be running late because something happened with my mom or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I can understand that. But, like, if it gets to that point, I'd be like, maybe we should just reschedule for another time. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's just so disrespectful. Like, to waste somebody's time on purpose just to see if they'll leave. And then if he was to leave, then you would have been mad.
Yeah.
But, like, he would have every right to leave because you had him waiting for 45 minutes.
Right.
So, like, it's like either way, you look stupid.
Right.
Like, if you're deliberately doing that shit.
I get like the 5-10 minutes. That's cool. I get it. But 45 minutes. Now, if I was on a solo date, the 5 to 10 minutes is cool. If I was like hanging out with a friend, we were doing like a group date or like just like meeting up. If I was hanging out with friends, I don't care. And if I was having a fun time, I don't care. It doesn't matter if you show up, you show up. If you don't show up, I'm hanging out with my friends. That's not a big deal. I don't care. But if it was a solo date, 45 minutes, I'd be gone.
No, I mean, I just feel like that in itself was a red flag.
Yeah.
And he's totally right to think like, okay, well, what the fuck else is she gonna do?
Right.
As we progress in this relationship, like this bitch is already playing games at your first date.
Right. She's got tricks up her sleeves. Yeah. Yeah. Not worth it. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
People are just so weird. Like, I just don't get the whole idea of like testing someone.
Yeah.
Before, you get into a relationship. Like, I mean, why can't you just openly communicate?
That's like that last few podcast that we were on that we were talking about. The guy testing like he faked his own death, his own funeral. And she didn't show up, so he's like,
he got mad.
You didn't even show up to my funeral,
Like, so weird. You disappeared and faked your death, and now you're mad
because she didn't show up to your funeral. Like, you got time for all that shit? Put that dedication towards like your the effort towards your your relationship.
People are so weird, man.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, loser, not worth it.
No, not worth it.
She can go test someone else who's got time for that shit.
Right. Somebody else wants to play games.
Someone that wants to test her, and they can both wait on each other.
Right, exactly. They both show up 45 minutes late. Oh, right on time. They meet each other at the front. Like,
right.
Oh, you're passed.
Stupid. This one says, she said, all she said was, I shit on my boyfriend's windshield when I caught him cheating. I had a burrito in a 40-ounce pop just to prepare.
Ew. Shit on the windshield?
And then
such a specific thing to do.
And then someone says, all they said was, you are my hero.
Ew. So she was preparing for like some loose.
Oh, girl.
She was like, oh, you're going to be like, what kind of fucking bird shit on this window? Like,
she popped a squat. She was ready.
Just imagine, like, it's going to be all steamy and shit on the glass.
She said,
as it rolls down, there's going to be like an outline of
girl,
the fog.
A burrito. So, she went to the gas station and picked out the biggest burrito that they had with like the most beans and cheese.
I was so pissed. I would be so fucking mad. I would like make a police report. I'd be like, somebody literally shit on my fucking car. This is spooky. Like,
and human shit is worse than like pet shit.
Yeah. And it's like, then basically I had to replace my windshield wiper blade.
You'll call your insurance and you would just call it destroyed. Like,
Right.
it's not even a crack. It's just destroyed.
You know,
Total the whole car.
it's gonna have to have a salvage title now because somebody shitted on the windshield. You know,
Because he
every time
cheated
you
on
turn
her.
on the defrost, it smells like shit in the
Oh my
car
God.
now.
Could you imagine it seeping through the vents?
Right,
Dude.
exactly. Every time you try to use your windshield wiper fluid, shit smears off. Like, it's just, you just have to
You
get
know
rid of the
what? To be
car.
honest with this girl, he got what he deserved. And I hope it was the hottest day of the year, too.
Ugh.
And I hope it was the hottest day of the year. And I hope it went through the vents. And I hope it seeped through all the engine. And I hope it went through all the vents into the car. And when he turned the AC on, and I hope it went through the vents and it cycled through. I'm on her side.
I knew you would be on her side. Because that's some unrational fucking
I would
shit.
never do it myself. But
Irrational.
I support her. I support her. Holly,
just imagine
Holly,
you,
if you're out there, I support you, Holly.
I can just imagine you being there like, yeah,
I'd be like,
bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Holly,
And then
Holly,
you're
Holly.
holding the wet wipes.
No, not even a wet wipe. I'm holding my camera. I'm getting that shit, and I'm putting it on online, and I'm being, and you're like, Holly, I support you. Can we be best friends?
You want to be best friends with a bitch that shit on a
Hell yeah, on a guy that cheats on her?
toxic shit.
Girl, that means that she got your back 100% on anything.
If she's willing to go through that extreme, I'd assume so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the girl that says, you're my hero, Cassie, I'll be your friend too.
Kathy.
Cassie, Cassie.
I was about to say, Kathy sounds like a bitch.
No, it would never be Kathy. It's Cassie. Yeah, she sounds like she'd be fun. Let me see, blow it up here. Yeah, Cassie looks fun. But Holly, yeah, Holly looks like she's a crazy bitch.
Story is that Donna likes shitty bitches, and
as long as you don't shit on my shit.
I'm not a shitty bitch, so I don't know why she aspires to be friends with shitty bitches so bad.
I mean, if you shit on a guy's windshield because he cheats on you, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
No, because what happens if she gets mad at you? She gonna shit on your car.
I ain't gonna do you wrong because I'm gonna be a ride or die. I'm not gonna do you wrong.
That bitch is irrational as fuck. You really think that she's just gonna be like, oh, Donna's ride or die? No, you're gonna look at her the wrong way.
No.
And she's gonna be like, she's getting the shit.
No.
And she's gonna eat 2 burritos, bitch.
A bean and beef and a bean and cheese, right?
One for each side, the driver's side and the passenger side. And she might even put a little sprinkle down, the back of the car too.
No, a bean and beef and then like a bean and corn or some shit. That'd be fucked up.
That would have the corn like on your fucking shit too, because fucking corns don't digest. That's disgusting. So every time you look at corn, you're gonna think of your shitty ass car.
That'd be fucked up.
Anyway. Okay, you brought 2 poop stories.
Hey, I'm all about it. If you do them wrong, they're just gonna bring it.
I'm here for it. Okay. Okay, so this one says my fiance wants to cut off my ex because he confessed to me. So my fiance and I have been together for 4 years and we just got engaged a few months ago. My ex, let's call him K, confessed a few days ago to me that he made or confessed to me a few days ago and said that she was making a mistake marrying her now fiance.
Okay.
So Kay has been her friend throughout their whole adult life, and even though they didn't work out as a couple, they always remained really good friends. So she told the fiance, and eventually he said like he doesn't want her to see the guy anymore. Rightfully so, right? Mm-hmm. So she's like, I tried to explain to him, but he can't get over this. He said that, my fiance said that other dude had 4 years to get over it, and that he's not going to marry someone who's friends with someone who doesn't respect him or their relationship. And she's like, Kay has been with me throughout my entire life. He was there for me when my father died, and we have so many good memories. She's like, is my fiance being unreasonable or is he right?
So, wait, I'm trying to understand.
So Kay is the friend, right?
Mhm.
The ex
Okay.
boyfriend. He confessed to her that, I guess he still had feelings, and he told her, like, you shouldn't marry this dude.
Mhm.
So she went back and told her fiance,
Mhm.
like, hey, I talked to Kay recently, we're friends, but he confessed this to me. He doesn't think that we should get married. So the fiance is like, well, I don't think you should talk to this dude anymore because he obviously doesn't respect
Right.
me or our relationship.
Mhm.
So, I'm like, he's had 4 years
Right.
to basically confess his love to you
Right.
and do all this, but he waits until we got engaged.
Right.
So now you're like basically coming to me and like what is he supposed to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like
I'm on
how else is
the fiance's side.
right.
I think that Kay needs to back off because he did have 4 years to correct. Well, not even 4 years. He had his chance to correct. Not he didn't have 4 years. He had his chance to correct his
Plenty.
mistake. Right.
Mhm.
He had his chance to correct his mistake when he had a relationship with this girl. And
Mhm.
now that he's seen that she's getting married and that she's moving on, now he wants to go and try to like take her back and stuff. It's not fair to her. It's not fair
Right.
to the fiance. So he needs to just let go, and she needs to let go of him so that she can focus on her fiance in their future. So he's being selfish, and the girlfriend or the fiance is the girl is being selfish for even allowing Kay to be a part of her life. I don't care if they're
Yeah.
getting along. I don't care. She needs to let him go so she can focus on her future husband in their relationship because she
Yeah.
can't focus on that if she keeps holding on to her past. I don't care if they're still friends. I don't care if they get along. That's your past. Your
Yeah.
past for a reason.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, she's got to have respect for her man. Like at the
Hmm.
end of the day, to some extent, he knew that they were friends and that they were cool. So,
And I respect
like,
that. And
when it
I
comes
respect
to
him for respecting that. And he
right,
trusts her, but
and he trusts her, and now he's setting that boundary because it's like obviously, like
he has different
this is
motives now.
for exactly. He's
Hmm.
taking that shit for granted, like the fact that the fiance would even like trust his girl to be around
Hmm.
because some dudes would be like, you're not allowed to have no guy
Right.
friends and
Right.
all this shit, and he was like he didn't care, but now you're trying to interfere with his relationship. Like,
Right.
how else is he supposed to feel?
Right.
You
Now,
can't get
right. Now his motives are not friendship. His motives are now like crossing that border
right.
to now try to take dude's girl back. And and
Hmm.
and then that's where you cross the line. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then I think the future husband should now sit down with the ex-boyfriend and say, "Hey, I didn't allow, but like I allowed you guys to be friends because I trusted you guys. But now that knowing that you are now trying to like get in between us and try to take her back, I would respect if you cut ties because I am trying to marry this girl and I do love her. So you need to like step back now."
I don't think that he would owe the friend any explanation because at
True,
the end
but
of the day, that's her friend. So he would need to put his foot down to her and be like, at the end of the day, like, you either want this marriage or you want your friendship with
right.
him
And make her
because you
decide.
can't have both. And
Yeah.
it's her decision.
Yeah.
So if she continues to talk to dudes, then it's like, okay, well, now you know how she chose.
Yeah.
And you can't
Yeah.
get upset with her for
Agreed.
that.
Agreed. 100%. It's her decision, not his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree. I agree. Okay, so this one says she just kind of wrote in and said, "Yeah, I slept with your husband. I would have left him alone after I found out he was married. But instead of being a grown woman, you chose to attack and degrade my kids. So, yep, I took your husband."
Damn. Okay. No, I'm not mad at her. I'd be her friend. Yeah, bitch, I took your husband. You talked about my kids? Yeah, bitch, I gotta take your husband now. I
He's
mean,
like,
that's great.
I was gonna leave him alone, but since you came at me and my kids and you degraded
Right.
my kids, I'm gonna take your husband again, and
Have
I'm gonna
fun
marry
being
him.
divorced, bitch. I'm gonna have some kids by him now, bitch. Now talk shit about your husband, your ex-husband's kids, bitch.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. She's like, "Yep, I slept with your husband. I would have left him alone after I found out he was married, but instead of being a grown woman, you chose to attack and degrade my kids. So dot 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 dot. I took your husband, and then like 4 exclamation mark.
Well,
She
I
warned her.
mean, so it sounds like the situation is that this woman was messing around with a dude. He didn't tell her that he was married. So then when wife found out, she decided she was going to attack the side piece instead of going to the husband.
Yeah,
Like, and that's where she fucked up. Why are you going after this girl? Like, if she didn't know, she didn't
yeah.
fucking know.
And the side
Like,
piece,
what is she supposed to do?
right? The side piece would have been. The side piece was like, I didn't know he was married. Like, come
Right.
at me like a woman. Like, if I would have known
Right.
he was married, I would have left him alone. But instead of coming to me and be like, hey, dude, like he's married, and the side piece would have
Right.
been like, okay, he's married, I'm gonna back off. But
Right.
instead of coming to me like, dude, he's married, you decided to attack me and my kids. Okay,
Right. And
shit, I'm
why
gonna
would
take your
you
husband now.
like? Why would you even bring the children into it?
Right.
You know.
This is grown
But that's
folk
what
shit.
you get, bitch.
Now I'm
Now
gonna
you
take
don't
your
have a
husband.
husband. Now your kids don't have a father. How about that? Now, do you feel
Now
degraded,
he's a
bitch?
stepdaddy.
Now the same kid you talking shit about, they call him daddy, just like me.
Just like me.
Oh, that's a good one. That's like so petty.
I
But I
know,
love
but hey, she fucked up by not being a woman and going and talk to her. Woman to
it. It is
woman,
what it is,
you
you
know?
know? Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So this one says, am I an asshole for hooking up with my boyfriend's older brother after he cheated on me and confessed that he was using me? So, for
Mm-hmm.
context, she met her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, when they were in the 6th grade, and they dated all throughout college. So, recently when they were together, like I guess they like I don't know. She said we do LD, and I don't know what the fuck LD is. Uh, long distance,
Oh yeah, yeah,
maybe. I don't
long distance.
so we do long distance, and recently when me and him were calling, and he thought he left the call, I just saw him fuck another girl while saying, "I'm just using her, baby. You're so much better." So after hearing this, I went back to the call and screen recorded what he had said, considering we call on Snap. But later, I had a brilliant plan to send the pictures to my ex's older brother, whom he has always been jealous of because he always flirts with me. So the next week, when me and my boyfriend were on call, like on a call together, I told him that I was leaving the call. However, his brother came into the frame and he got pissed. And then he said the boyfriend's face turned red as he yelled at me. And then his brother was saying like, I don't. This really doesn't make any fucking sense. Basically, she fucked the brother, and then the brother found out about it, and then the brother, she was like, both me and his brother, who's now my boyfriend. So I guess now she's. I feel like this story is fucking imaginary, to be honest with you, because it doesn't even sound real. Something about the boyfriend or the brother said Karma's a bitch, and now most of like their family is like on her and the brother's
Mm-hmm.
side, but like I really don't think that this is a real story. After reading through this like all the way, I really don't think it's real. So, long story short, girlfriend and boyfriend, they've been together since 6th grade. Then they were on like a FaceTime call.
Mm-hmm.
She saw him fuck another girl the whole time that she was on the FaceTime call. And then he told the girl that he was using her, which I don't know what he was using her for because she
Mm-hmm.
never explained that part. Um, and then she screen recorded what he said and then sent the pictures to the brother, and then the brother then fucked her at some point, I guess.
Probably like consoled her. Oh, you're okay. Like you're so much better than you deserve so much better. I'ma fuck you. Basically,
Right.
probably.
In her head. I'm thinking that this is a bitch that is crazy. Like, I feel like she probably did see her boyfriend fucking another bitch, and she, like, probably told the brother, and the brother was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, good for him. And
And then she
then,
was like, let's get him back.
No, she imagined that she fucked the brother and that all this shit happened. That the brother came into the camera and was like, Karma's a bitch. Like, this doesn't sound real
And
at
then in her
all.
mind, she just did it.
And then now all of the family is like on her and the brother's side. So you mean to tell me that these two brothers, their mom and dad is like, oh, this girl, she's so sweet. You cheated on her, so now she's with your brother, and
Right.
we
We
support
supported.
that. Yeah, this is great. We love you
Right.
for the brother. Like, but you guys have been with each other since sixth grade, but we love you for the older brother. Like, does that make any sense?
No, that does not make any sense at
I feel
all.
like that's
This
like
girl's
the
not
biggest
God's given treasure to go and split a family apart.
bitch.
Maybe
The
she,
sentences didn't even make sense. That's how I know the bitch is lying.
you know,
Like,
she's on her
she's
computer going,
giving a
what can I make
major
up?
detail. Girl, the internet. I'm sorry, you guys. I really didn't read that before I picked
she,
it. I was just like, I saw the headline and I was like, ooh. But then
she,
I read more and I'm like, ooh, you know?
this girl's, she's making shit up. We're not going to give her that time.
It's the fucking methamphetamine. I think that like maybe she was on meth and she like was on a
She's
a
on a
high
trip.
or something
She was on a
like that.
trip.
Yeah,
And
and this bitch imagined all of that shit happening.
there's no way she is that special to break up a family. And the family's like, she's God's given savior.
Right.
And we're going to let her just break up this family of brothers. And she's that special.
If she would have kept on going, she would have been like, yeah, so then the family kicked out my ex and they stopped paying for his college. He
Right.
became a bum and like
I had the
me
brother's
and
baby, and they
yeah,
bought us a house.
we had triplets and his parents paid for a mansion for us.
Right.
And now we take, yearly vacations to Jamaica. And sometimes, when we'll have Thanksgiving, we'll give him the scraps, but he always got to sit at the table with the kids. And
with our triplets.
right, with the triplets. So we started feeling bad for him, and we gave him a job as the babysitter.
He's our
And
nanny now.
now
But
he's our nanny.
we don't tell our triplets that they're that he's the uncle. We just call him the servant,
Right.
and
Because he's the sole.
He lives in our basement, and sometimes I'll sneak down there and like sleep with him, but I don't tell his brother, of course. Of
Right.
course I don't tell him.
Right. Exactly.
And I just give him pity sex. Of course, it's never as good as his brothers, but I just do it just to give him pity. I feel sad for him. So.
Plot twist. Then she decided that the brother wasn't good enough anymore, so she got back with the ex, and they moved into the basement together.
And then they had triplets again, so now there's
she had
6 babies
him.
now.
Right. And then they decided, you know what? Let's just conjoin our families, and they
became the Brady Bunch.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the end.
That's all, folks.
You guys like that, huh? Okay, I got one more. This one says, my work requires everyone in our group to have security clearance. It's boring work and mostly the most basic clearances. On Wednesday, a co-worker's desk was completely cleaned out. We were told she lost her clearance and was fired, which is really weird. Her best friend spilled the beans later. Turns out Sharon, fucking Sharon, was fired. Turns out she met a man online and they were madly in love. And she cashed out her 401k, her life savings, and a second mortgage to send to him. She's 67. To no one's surprise, he was not a real person, and it was all a scam. He claimed he was he was royalty from Nigeria. Work found out, and she had started borrowing money from coworkers, and it made its way to our boss. It's very sad, but still, what the fuck? She was around when the whole Nigerian email scam was around. She should have known better. So she was borrowing money from coworkers. She was like lying. She cashed out all her money, and it got around to her boss. And coworkers were complaining, and so she got fired from her job because she was owing people money. And yeah,
that's crazy.
They said.
I feel like that's the oldest trick in the book. Like, come on now.
The Nigerian royal prince.
Yeah, the Nigerian prince needs your help, and he just needs you to send him a couple $100, and then he'll send you 200,000.
200 million.
Yeah, he just needs that $200 from you. so that he can, escape the palace. And like, come on, does this make any fucking sense? How do people fall for that shit?
Some people do, unfortunately. Like they target the weak and the meek, they do. It's Sharon fell for it.
I wanna meet a Nigerian prince because I have questions. Like
For
their lives must
for
be
for
very
$5,000, you can meet him.
No, I'm gonna get the bootleg version. No, I want the real thing. Okay? I wanna meet a Nigerian prince so I can be like, you guys have a really bad name out there. 'Cause not a lot of people trust you guys.
Watch, you're gonna get an email from like a real Nigerian prince, and you're just gonna disregard it. That was your chance.
That was my fucking chance. Damn it.
And all he
He was
needed
gonna just
was like
give me
$50. Like a real Nigerian prince. All he needed was $50. He's probably emailing you from his like castle, his mansion
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
And all
No,
he
right.
really needed was $50 because his dad locked him up, and he needed $50 like a wire transfer to get a cab
Yeah.
or an Uber to get to the train station because he found your email somewhere from Google.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he was really a prince, and he had his bags packed, and all he needed was $50, and he was a real prince, and you decided to ignore it.
Well, you fucked around with the wrong bitch, I guess, Like, if
And
we're being honest.
now he found Sharon.
And Sharon was about that life.
Sharon cashed her 401k, her life saving, her second
Everything. And then got to the point where she was asking her coworkers, bitch, like, come on now. And then they were giving her the money too. Like, I can only imagine that. Like, what was she asked? Like, did she go up to her and be like, can I borrow $50 from my Nigerian prince? Like, who gave her the money for that shit? Because they're just as wrong as she is.
She'd probably
Like,
lie though. She'd probably be like, for like a bill or something like that. If Sharon's, that Nigerian prince probably told her to make up a lie or something.
Girl.
Could you imagine how much money she lost?
She should have knew that it was a scam when he told her to send him like iTunes gift cards and like
the Apple gift card.
Send me $10,000 in gift cards. Like, is this really helping you escape? Like, what are you bribing people with the gift cards? Like, for real?
Oh my god! Yeah,
should have knew something was up. Oh well,
it's a Visa gift card.
Right, a Visa gift card, girl.
I need it for my Uber driver so I can get to you safely, my queen.
Man, you must be coming all the way from Nigeria over to America if you need that much money for an Uber. Like, does Uber cover like sea, like the land, sea, the sky, like, all that shit?
They have to be pretty clever for Sharon to believe them. They got to take like air. They got to take like a boat. They got to take all that.
But it's all on Uber. So he just ordered that one ride on Uber. So if I put in my Uber right now, take me to Nigeria. It might cost me $10,000. That's why I need somebody.
And they got to come prepared with gifts and pay the embassy and documentation, pay the passport fees, all that. It's going to cost hundreds of thousands. And then once I get to you, trust me, once I get to you, the bank will clear my funds and we will be rich because I got hundreds of millions of dollars just waiting to be, released once I get to the U.S. because it's just waiting for me.
Yeah, like because the account is clearly in the U.S.
It is,
and it doesn't it's not activated.
My parents won't release it to me until I get to the U.S.
Yeah, man, it must be hard. Like seriously, any Nigerian princes out there? I would love to meet you.
Amanda, she has her iTunes gift card ready.
I got $15 on iTunes ready for you.
She got a $10 Starbucks. She's got $5.73 in Target gift card. She's ready.
I'm ready for you. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and get you a $5 call card.
Right.
Let's get it together. Send me an email. Okay. All right. Are you ready for the discussion post?
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So, discussion post. Um, I I called my girlfriend a fucking weirdo. Am I wrong? So, I promise it's not a fake story to gain clout, which I mean, you know our last story was, but
I mean, if you got to
he said
start out with that.
we're already starting off with some red flags. So he's like, I know it sounds super bizarre and weird, but it is what it is. So I've been dating a girl, Maya, for 5 years now, and we have a wedding planned for the summer. She's a wonderful girlfriend. We've literally had no arguments, and she's an angel. I love her so much. A few days ago, I asked her if I can use her laptop because mine broke. It's a MacBook, by the way, and I'm used to Windows, so I kind of got lost in there. And instead of uploading some files from the flash drive, I accidentally opened a private folder, or I don't know what it was. So he's like, it had a lot of folders with people's names, her friends, family, coworkers, etc. There was even a folder with my name. There was like 50 folders or so a massive collection. Sounds insane, I know, but trust me, it's true. So I didn't want to snoop. I opened my folder and there was a lot of audio files. So I listened to a few of them and turns out that she was recording all of our phone calls. Like even those from before we were dating, even the tame stuff when we were discussing groceries or what's like dinner plans and like also like, their dirty talks and shit, like their hot and steamy talks. So he's like, I was horrified and really scared and shocked because, this is some shit out of a serial killer movie. And he's like, I walked up to Maya and asked her what all of that is. And she replied that she's just been saving important memories in case she gets senile when she gets old. So she'll be able to relive her memories. And he's like, of course, it wasn't enough to convince me because it was really some horrible, unsettling shit. And I lost control and screamed at her and said that she's a fucking weirdo and that I'm considering breaking the engagement unless she deletes it. She said it's too precious for her to delete. And she said that she has a serial killer mindset. Or no, he said to her
Oh my God.
that she has a serial
Oh
killer
my God.
mindset, not
Okay.
the other way around. And then she started crying, saying that he's overreacting, being mean to her. And now he's like, I feel like an asshole because I love her and she's a very good girlfriend, loving, caring, supportive. She would do anything for me, but now I found all this disturbing and creepy stuff going on with her. He's like, I know it sounds unbelievable, but I still can't believe myself that my baby would do stuff like this. So yeah, and yeah.
Okay, so wait, you said that it was around 50 people and it was like co-workers and stuff too?
Coworkers, mom, dad, family, friends. That's weird. I don't blame. I would have broken up with her. I wouldn't have even fucking been contemplating that shit. I'd have been like, yeah, you're a fucking weirdo. I think he's 100% justified.
Okay, I'm 50-50 because I'm a little weirded out with the coworker stuff. If it was family and loved ones, I understand. Like,
Really?
yeah, only I have an explanation for it. If it was like
Okay.
family, a loved one, siblings, I understand. Only because I have an explanation for it. But coworkers, I think
Okay.
that's
What's your
crossing the line.
explanation
My
for it?
explanation is like, have you seen the movie? Now I can't think of the movie with Rachel McAdams, the Notebook.
I've never
Where
watched it.
what?
I don't like that sappy shit.
Okay, dark energy. Where she like loses her memory and like she has dementia and like okay, so you have to watch the movie The Notebook. So it's basically like she loses her memory and then he's trying to like jog her memory and like talks about like their love story and whatnot, right? So I understand that part because of the dementia, right? And you want to like remember your history with the loved ones. I get that because of that part. But for coworkers, that's the 50-50.
Girl, the thing is they're young. Like she's
No,
22 years old.
it doesn't matter.
So
But you want to start because they're getting because she sees herself with him forever, so she wants to collect those memories young. So that when she has to get, and she probably will continue to collect those memories, so that she can pass those memories along to her kids and her grandkids and all that.
that's weird. Like recording phone calls. Like, okay, I can
Mhm.
understand wanting to have memories. Take a video, take a picture, like even if like okay, I can understand like recording like a FaceTime conversation
Yeah.
because it's like the two of you interacting, but like recording every single phone call, even
Okay,
just
that's
like
weird. If it's every
promotional,
single
like,
phone call.
hey, I'm picking up some bread from the grocery store. Is there anything else that you need? And she's saving that phone
Okay,
call.
that's weird. If
That's
it's
weird.
if it's every single phone call, that's weird. If it's
Every
random,
single phone call
okay,
for every single person, like you have
no,
a whole file, like 50 plus, files of people, like and you're keeping all of this on your computer.
yeah,
Like
no, that's weird.
why are you saving that? I
Yeah,
don't. That's so fucking
okay,
weird.
that's weird.
You know,
If it's every single call, that's weird. If it's
you said
random,
even the stuff from like before they were dating,
no.
like
Okay, then I have to agree.
so.
That's weird. If it's
Yeah,
random calls,
right.
if it meant something to her and it's random calls, okay, I understand that. But if it's every single phone call, that's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's extremely weird, and that is like serial killer
yeah.
tendencies.
And if
You
it's
know,
recording like their sexual conversations, like
yeah,
that's weird too. I would never do that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would feel like privacy violated. I'd
yeah.
feel like really, really weird. And I mean, I wouldn't even contemplate leaving that bitch if
But
I
I would
saw some
not
shit.
call her a weirdo. That's crossing the line.
I would call her a fucking weirdo
You're so
3 times
mean.
in a row. I'd be like, bitch, you're fucking weird, weird, weird. That's so fucking weird.
Times
What the fuck
10.
is this weird shit? WEIRD, bitch, weird
W
as
E
fuck.
R D.
That's fucking
W E
weird.
R D. Oh,
Like,
I
yeah.
wouldn't call her a
I mean,
weirdo, but
there's worse things that he could have called her. He could have been like, "You fucking serial killer ass bitch, Jeffrey Dahmer ass bitch." Like you fucking weird. I mean, it's weird. You fucking
but
murdered Jason, Freddy Krueger, fucking Michael Myers ass, fucking stalker ass bitch. Like I would say all that. I'd be so offended, honestly.
and then
I
you
would
would
be
break up
so
with her.
offended. Yeah, I'd make sure that she deleted that
I
file.
know you
I
would.
would be like, I would actually delete the file. I would delete the file myself before she even showed up because I mean, I could use everybody else's as evidence. I don't need to use mine as evidence, but that's weird. Like, because then I'd be like, what's your motive for this? Why are you really holding on to this? Like, are you holding on to this information to try to use it against me? You know what I mean? Like, that's weird. Like, I think like legal type shit, like if their relationship ends wrong, then what is she gonna try to like take a conversation that we had out of context and then, like bitches are crazy. So no, that's so like oddball out. Ugh, weird.
Are you done?
And you a weird ass bitch too for thinking that shit was okay.
I was thinking it as like a sentimental, but now that you reiterate that it's every single conversation, okay,
Yeah.
that is crossing the line over like weird. If it's
Do you be
random,
saving our phone calls?
I mean, no, I don't. That's weird as fuck. I don't even know how to do that, by the way. No, that's weird as fuck. If it's sentimental, like random calls or like videos and things like that, like that's understandable because you want to save moments. But if it's
Right.
like every single conversation, especially with coworkers, that's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
know. But I don't know. Her fiance calling her a weirdo, I think that's crossing the line. There's other ways of methods of bringing it up where it's like, I don't feel comfortable with this. You either need to delete it and we need to reevaluate our relationship where what's comfortable and what's not, what I feel comfortable with before we move forward with getting married. Um, and otherwise, I can't move forward with it.
It's no conversation. Like
You would just
for
end it?
me, I would end it right then and there.
Really?
Yeah.
After 4 years, you would just end it because
Like
what if you found?
yeah, because like to me that's like such an invasion of like privacy, and then I feel like I would question so much, like, what is the purpose of that? Like,
Yeah.
what would be the reason for you? Like, either you're obsessed and you're keeping everything,
Yeah.
like all this information, or like you're planning to use it against me. And either way, like, I'm not cool with either of those.
Yeah. I just want to
And
be cool with
especially in
the.
your career, you
Yeah.
know?
I would question. For me, I understand the family part. I would question two things. I would question every conversation recorded, and I would question, why do you feel the need to record coworkers and outside
Yeah.
of family?
Yeah.
That just would make me weirded out.
The whole thing.
Right. What do you guys think? Like, how would you not side, but how would you feel? Like, we want to know what you think, because I'm conflicted. I'm both ways. I'm leaning towards, like, I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? You don't get it at all. I get the sentimental part, but then after knowing that she records every single conversation,
Yeah.
especially a coworker, then I don't get it. But I also get the sentimental part. There should only be,
like, low-key illegal.
It is.
You have to tell the person that you're recording them on a phone call.
But in the state, some states, there's only one person needs to know, even if you're the one recording. As long as you know, it's legal.
That's so.
I know, it's weird.
Uncomfortable.
Right.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, personally, like, I don't talk about anything that's that fucking interesting. So, like, I mean, I'm not too worried about it.
But sometimes we be calling each other. We're like, ooh, we got some tea.
Yeah.
And then we're like,
make sure everybody's listening.
Right. We're like, okay, who's listening? Like, who's around here? So.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to our hypothetical situation.
Look, you got to think about it. You're a hot mess. You got to be like. You like that? You got to do like this. That's going to be our logo. Okay. Hypothetical situation. It's a little bit messy. Well, it's not messy, but we can make it messy. Oh, I love messy.
Okay. Like, I'll give you the question, and we can spice it up afterwards. Okay? Because this is very PG right now, but we can make it.
We always make things like rated R.
Make it a little nasty.
Okay.
So, if you walked into a room filled with everyone you've ever met, who would you look for first? And number two, if you were in a room with everyone you if you were in a room with everyone you've ever met, who would look for you first? So who would you look for first, and then who do you think would look for you first if you were in a room with every person that you've ever met in your entire life?
Oh gosh. Everyone that I've ever met, who would I look for?
It has to be one person.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Right?
I don't know. Who do you think would look for you? I mean, who would you look for?
I would look for my mom. Like, I'd be like, I immediately would want to go to my mom. But I think if it was the opposite, who would be looking for me, I feel like it would probably be like, I don't know, like I think family, like, right away. Like, I think like my dad or like my sister or my brother. Like, I feel like those would be the people that would look for me right away.
Yeah.
I know you would be looking for me right away too. Like, you'd be like, "Oh my God, where's Amanda? Where's Amanda?" Like, bitch, I'm right here. Like, calm down.
Awkward.
You see all these people around here that I know. Like, I'm the shit right now. Like, come on.
Awkward. Okay. All the people I know. This is going to be very emotional. I think I would look for my dog that passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I would look for my dog that passed. And I just spoke to myself. I would look for my dog that passed. She passed 2 years ago. So I would look for my dog that passed.
I feel like
100%.
she would be the one that
Yes,
would be
and
looking
vice
for you.
versa. Vice
Yeah,
versa. I think she would look for me too. I would be the first person she would look for.
yeah.
So
I love that. Yeah,
because
that's
I
a good
think,
one.
yeah, because as much as I want to say my grandma that passed, I think that um she has other people that she would miss a lot more. And so I think that my baby.
Yeah, that's your child. So
Right?
anyway,
Okay, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Once again, we appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Have an awesome weekend. Okay.
ooh, okay.
You like that?
That was so out of character for you. I love it. That's some shit I would do. I'm
Okay, you
rubbing
do
off
it.
on you. Awesome weekend. All right,
Okay.
we got the giggles today.
Okay.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.
Bye.